Hello, this video is a walkthrough demonstration of the data dashboards for the Arts Education Data Project. We'll be using the Arkansas dashboards for this demo, but the dashboards for your state might look a bit differently or might not include the entire set of dashboards that you see in this video. These dashboards were built to be viewed on a laptop or a desktop screen, not on a small device like an iPad or a mobile phone. We are also designing mobile-friendly versions, but interacting with these particular dashboards works best if you click or hover with your mouse. If you're not sure whether anything is going to happen if you click or if you hover with your mouse, just try it. There's nothing you can do that will break the dashboard, and you can always reset it to how it first looked by either refreshing your browser window or by using this reset button at the bottom of the page. On the dashboard, you may notice a blue filter icon in the upper corner. If you click on that, it will bring up some options that you can use to filter down the data in the view. For example, you can pick a particular county, and the data will refresh to only show information for that county. You can then clear your selection by using this icon with a little red X. You might also notice these blue question mark icons. If you hover over them, you'll receive more information or some instructions. Hovering over things is generally a good way to get more information. In this case, hovering brings up an additional graph that shows the information by grade level. Or here, if we hover over a dot, we get more information about that particular course. You can use some charts to filter other charts, as the instruction points out here. By clicking on this bar, it acts as a filter to change the rest of the dashboard. You might also notice controls like this, where there's a little down caret, and if you click on it, it gives you the option to switch between the student view or a school level view. There are lots of dashboards available for the Arts Education Data Project, and you can access them using these tabs at the top of the screen. For this dashboard, you don't have a blue filter icon, but you can use these charts to filter each other. So for example, if we click on a particular county, it will filter the rest of the dashboard to show only the data for that county. And then again, hovering over different points on the dashboard will bring up additional charts or information. This control is similar to the one we were looking at on the previous dashboard, where you click the down caret in order to access the other choices. There are also options like this one where you see a box with a value in it that you can either change with the slider or you can change with the arrow. If you don't have a slider or an arrow, then sometimes you can just type directly in the box. This dashboard has icons at the top that you click in order to choose a different discipline. This one has instructions that tell you to click to choose, and that's that simple to make a different selection. This dashboard has the filter icon that you've seen before, and there's also hovering ability. Again, if you're not sure whether or not hovering will give you something or not, just give it a try. This dashboard has some controls that we've seen before, the filter and the question mark and the slider. There's also a different icon. You see this little checklist, and if you click on it, then it will open up an additional visualization. In this case, a list of the schools, the counties, and the districts that offer the arts. And then if you click on the blue X, it will close that window again. This dashboard is looking at course level information, and there's a filter here that shows you all the different courses. So you can either just scroll through the entire list, or if you know, for example, that you're looking for courses related to orchestra, you can start typing that and it will bring up a relevant list. After that, you click the apply button to filter down the list of schools to only those that offer orchestra. And then if you want to clear your selection, you can go back to looking at all. the courses again. This is the comparison dashboard, and it looks empty at first, but as the instruction notes here, first you must select one or more districts or schools in order to populate the rest of the dashboard. There are several different ways you can make selections. If you're interested in looking at all the schools in a particular district, you can just click on that district's name, and they will be added to your choice automatically. Here we're looking only at the district level, so there's only one row for the entire district. But if you choose the school's choice from this control, then you get it at the school level. But if you wanted to select schools that were in different districts, you can do that as well. So I'll click here to unselect. And then one way of multi-selecting is to use the control key. So if I click on this and then hold down my control key, I can also choose from this district and this district. And each of those selections is being added to the charts below and to the map. Another way to multi-select is to hold down with your mouse and drag. So if I hold my mouse here and drag, you see all of those dots being chosen in that blue box. And then when I release the mouse, they're all added to my selection. One other thing to point out is that sometimes you'll see a filter or selector that's not in the corner, but is right next to a chart. And that means that this filter only applies to that particular chart. So if I click on this filter, I'll see some options that only will change the selections made here, instead of changing them everywhere on the dashboard. Also want to point out that that multi-select method that you just saw with the comparison dashboard also works for other types of visualizations like the map. For example, I can drag to select multiple counties at once, or I can use the control key for the same purpose. The Instructions and Info tab provides a lot of the tips that you've seen in this video. It reminds you that clicking and hovering will get you more information. It shows you what each of these different icons represents, and there are also some tips here for multi-selecting and for filtering and clearing your filter selection. Thank you so much for your interest in and support of arts education.